Welcome back, everybody, to more of The Witness here on Additional Pylons Games. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for tuning in. And this is a no spoilers, no cheats Let's Play, so please, if you have anything to say in the comments down below, please, no spoilers, no hints, no cheating, and nothing like that. I read every comment, I really do, and I try to reply to as many of them as I can, as many of the ones that are in my language, that make sense, and that are respectful. Anyways, thank you so much for every comment. I do really appreciate them. And with that said, let's go ahead and get back to these Tetris puzzles, which have just been killing me for the last couple episodes. So we're here in the swamp, have made some progress. Anyways, we were making good progress in the jungle. Just a quick recap. We were making good progress in the jungle, and then I came upon a symbol that I haven't run into yet, and I haven't had any, I haven't, gotten exactly figured out what it is. So my hope was that because it was Tetris block related, if I came back here to the swamp area, eventually I would run into it and find a more accessible point of entry for figuring out what that symbol means. Anyways, so that's the plan, and just kind of enjoying the beauty. I admit that the swamp is probably my favorite area just because of the colors. I think the colors are really nice, but and I like swampy areas for some reason, except when they're really frustrating with Tetris puzzles. Okay, so last time we ended a little stumped on this puzzle. This one has been giving me headaches here for a bit. The issue is not the issue, but the challenge for this one is that you've got these breaks in strategic places which prevent me from placing the these L-shaped blocks in the six-pack block here exactly where I want to put them. So this one, I've pretty much determined that in order to get the finish line for this one, we want to come up and make the L, that seems to work really well. So if I can get this 6 block placed somewhere and this L-shaped block placed here, that would work really well too. So we could put the L block right here actually. The question then would be, where do we put the six pack? So the 6-pack would have to go right here. So what if we did it like this? Boom. 6-pack. There it is. Boom. Love it. Start a new episode and solve a puzzle that's been stumping me for tens of minutes in like a minute and a half. Cool. Always a good start. All right. So we've kind of got these weird ones. These are rotatable. This one is not. Okay, that was stupid because you can't really rotate a dot anyways. Ooh, that's a philosophical question. Comment down below. Can this one be rotated? Or can it not be rotated? Because you can make the argument that you can rotate it infinitely. And that doesn't matter because it's a single block. Or you can make the argument that because it's not bent, it can't be rotated. Ooh. Oh. I feel like that's a really... I feel like that's actually kind of a profound question. I don't know. I said I feel like again, and I should not be saying that. I'm think. You don't... When you're thinking something, you don't feel it. You're thinking it. Alright. So let's just take a quick look at this puzzle without trying to solve it, just kind of like bringing the factors in. So there are none of these breaks here, which is kind of nice. So now it's just figuring out the correct configuration for all of these. All of these can be rotated as needed. This one could potentially be rotated depending on your philosophical viewpoint of it. But they need to all be included. So this is a 3x3. So what I'm thinking is that this 3x3 is going to cover one of these areas. Either it's going to go here, or it'll go here, or, something like that. So basically to pick up 2 of these blocks here. Then the rest of these are going to kind of add on to it to make it work. So what that would look like, it would be something like this maybe, and then maybe even like that. The problem is that one block up there. What if we did it like... Hold on. So I'm just looking at that shape real quick. That shape, I don't think fits it. I think that there's one too many blocks in there. I think that because this block is hollow, right? Like these blocks are hollow here. I think that either this one right here to the right of where my pointer is, to the top of it, needs to be like hollowed out somehow. Okay. So let's... The other thing we can try is going at this L shape from a different direction if needed. But I think that this is pretty close to correct. The only thing we would have to do is figure out how to remove one of those blocks. And also how to get it so that we're on the correct side of the end point. Let's try rotating which side has the thingamajigs. What if we did it like this? I don't think that's going to work. The other thing to keep in mind is that these might not necessarily have to be all in the same... but I feel like it seems like... I don't know. In this case, it is a feeling. It's like my gut intuition is just like... It seems like they all have to be, but I know that's not necessarily true. Because the thing is, we could do something like... something weird like this. No, we can't do something weird like that. The mechanics of this game don't allow me to have them on the edge, like, to create that shape. I can't create that shape on its own, actually. That's a really important point. So that means that I think they do all have to be integrated into the same shape. Okay. So let's try it like... because that's not going to put us on the correct end point. I want to do something like that. Maybe? Okay, so I know that this doesn't work. I'm just kind of looking at the interactions of it. I know it's not correct, so stop beeping at me, will ya? Oh. Ooh, here's something. These could be stacked together with this at the base, so it would kind of create... it would create this shape like this. Right? 3 by 2 with one dot sticking out the top, and then this bottom one here in the middle is the single dot. But I don't... doesn't seem like that is useful. Nor is that necessary. That doesn't seem like that's a correct solution. At the moment. I'll put that caveat at the moment. Okay. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. Last time, had this sneaking suspicion that this bridge was intentionally slow in order to hide some environmental puzzles. So, to take a quick break from that puzzle, instead of just keeping staring at it, I'm going to come up here real quick. Just real quick. And take a look at this again. Right? So, it seems like I've already got this one. So I need to close this gate to allow me to get that one. And then somehow I need to close them. So if I close this one, and then I need to... Okay, so... And then there's another one here. In order to get this one, I need to get them both going. Okay, so I'm going to work on that real quick, just to give my brain a quick break from Tetris blocks. So this one I already have done. So I want to draw the power away from this side. How do I do that? The power to this side was on when I got here. Do I just put this out of it? That obviously does not work. So, oh, okay. What if we did like this? No? That works. So what if we did it like that? There we go. Okay. Basically, by locking off those blocks on the one side, we're locking off the power from that part of the bridge. Okay, so it's nice and slow, but... So this one... Have we already gotten this? Yeah. It's glowing white on the outside, so we've already gotten it. It's this one, right here, that we need to get. Bonk, 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 bonk. Come on. Come on, bridge. Come on, Bridgie. There we go. Okay, that's another one done. So then for this middle one, how do we... Hold on. Is that the end right there? That doesn't seem like the end. Maybe I do it from over there. Maybe that is the end point. Okay, are there any other swirly areas or anything like that here? No, it doesn't... I'm not seeing any others. Huh. What was that? There's definitely a noise, and I don't feel like I stepped on anything. Okay, so let's go ahead and go down and draw the power away from this side as well. But that could be a problem, because if I do that, then we're locked off of this bridge forever. So do I need to restore power quickly to this side and then remove power from this side? I think. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it. So we're going to do this right here. So this should both restore power to one side and turn it off from the other. So that way we're not completely locked off of this island. Then we need to pop back up here real quick while they're switching. This is where we are grateful that they're being slow. And this should enable us to basically, I got the lines wrong on this one. This one's not the line that we follow. We follow this line out here. It ends right there. So if we're fast, we should just make it. Come on, let me through. Let me through. There we go. There it is. Bada bing, bada boom. Good stuff. All right. So we've got that one, and that one. 3 of them, all nice and tight in one area. Cool. All right, I'm happy about that. I'm very happy with that. Another positive note for this episode. The unfortunate part is that we need to... Can I snipe it from over here? It doesn't look like it. I think that puzzle is blocked off from me. Maybe not. Oh, wow. Yeah. Just barely can't do it. Okay. Alright, well, it looks like we're going up and around, and I will restore power to that bridge here right quick. So we need to go through this little cave area. Oh, no, looks like we're going up the mountain just a bit. Okay, past the garden laser, or the crazy tree, going way up here on top of, I wanted to call this Pride Rock, but it's clearly not Pride Rock. I don't know. Big Lady Rock? Hold on. Just looking out here for any environmental puzzles that maybe we missed. That looks like one. I don't think that we're high enough for it. Are there any others? It's not looking like it. Not from what I can see. Alright, there probably was a faster way to go about getting to where we wanted to go. That's okay. A little stroll up to the mountain. Loud Machine Mountain. I wonder if anything is... We got... Oh man, we've only got one more laser thing to do. And then this... Oh wow. I did not think that that was the case. I thought we were a lot farther away from it than we were. So yeah, we got the river here. There was another one over here. I just like pointed at it. Avoid the lasers. They're probably not good for our health. That pool right there just seems like one. I know we got a little off track, but you know what? I'm having fun. It's just a really tall mountain. Also very windy. Okay. So we need to go back to the swamp. We're going to need to go down by the super loud waterfall, most likely. Which, I'm sorry about that. Unfortunately, it seems that, for all the things that the Witness does really well... Wait, is this where we just came up? For all the things that the Witness does really well, having options to change the sound settings is not one of them. Okay, avoid the laser again. You know, I don't want to shoot your eye out. Okay, so it looks like there's only one way up and down then. So did I just come all this way for nothing? 'Tis possible. Okay, we've already been in there. Big Lady Rock. Just seems like there should be another way. Did I miss something? Well, this would be the other way, it would seem. So the answer is yes. I did, in fact, miss something. Speaking of waterfalls, there's a waterfall there, and then there's that secret, like... There's this secret cave area that we found a couple episodes ago, which I'm super intrigued by. And here we are. This is the boardwalk we wanted. Okay, bring this guy back. Then we can go over again. I knew that that was an environmental puzzle. I said it a couple episodes ago, too. There it is. And this is another one right here. Basically, when this circle lines up with that circle, that's when we'll be able to go. Alright, so we want to move it... Isn't that the pattern that we want? go. 2 more environmental puzzles. Done. Very happy about that. So another positive thing for us to look at for this episode, I guess. Stay positive. So staying positive, it's like, you know, it's just having good attitude, basically. Okay. Having a positive attitude. I would think that would help to solve these puzzles. Okay, before we get back into that one, I want to restore power to this bridge before I forget it. Okay. So let's bring power to both sides. S'il vous plaît. There we go. Good stuff. Okay. So now we no longer have to go the long way around, which is good. We of course have this statue area here. I'm just curious as to why this is here. Other than, you know, like this obviously is a beautiful perspective. I've come back to it a couple times. But I'm just curious if there's another reason for this little point out here. I don't know. I'm just suspicious of everything now, is basically what it comes down to. I'm just suspicious that everything is a puzzle. Everything is a trap. Everything is a conspiracy theory. Alright, back to this bad boy. Whew, okay. So the other thing to keep in mind is that I don't actually know for certain if the L shape, if the puzzle is supposed to revolve around this central area. What the heck? Okay. That had to be like the clicking in of that. It scared the heck out of me. It's just really scary when you've seen no other living being on the island, and then you just hear this clicking behind you. Jeez. Okay. So I don't know for certain that the L shape in the middle is actually what we're going for. Or like basically the plus symbol, the cross shape there in the middle, is actually what we're going for. But it just seems right. I know that that's not like based on anything, but it just seems right. The other thing to keep in mind is that I don't know for certain that these shapes here have to be completed by this single square. It could be completed by something else. It could be completed in a different way. L shape here. But again, it just seems right. It just seems right that they would be. Okay. So here's something interesting to think about. Is that you could have like a plus symbol here on one of the sides. So it could be something like this, where that covers the L shape. That covers the plus symbol. I know that this doesn't work perfect. I know that that's not right, but I'm just kind of thinking out loud. Having this plus symbol on the side is another interesting way of doing this. And then on. The other thing about the L shape is that the L shape could go like here. So instead of going like a cross shape in the middle, we could be like moving stuff around the outside instead. Okay, what if we did it like this? There's one plus symbol. I say plus symbol, that's not actually a plus symbol, it's 3 dots. Man, this is really a doozy. For whatever reason, the Tetris blocks have just been a thorn in my side. But I know I can do this. Again, positive attitude. I know I can do this. It's just really throwing me for a loop. Alright. So I think I'm just going to start outlining stuff. Not to actually, like, try and figure... Not because I think that it's a real solution, but because I think that I'm spending too much time analyzing it and not enough time actually, like, writing stuff out on the board, which would help me to eliminate possible solutions, thereby getting to the correct one. So this outside thingamajig theory is kind of interesting. It would allow me to do something like... Hold on. Something like that. Where do we go from there? From there we could have... This would be the L shape. And then you'd have... The thing is getting to these 2 blocks here if we don't go through like the middle area. It's going to be tough. Again, these could be all on their own. This one could not. This one... These 2 cannot be on their own. They have to be integrated with either this one or that one somehow. But... ooh. Okay, hold on. Shoot. I usually have a pen and paper around here. Somehow it got moved. Probably when we were cleaning up for company or something like that. Okay, so I just had a minor epiphany. So if we stick this here on the... So basically think of... Okay, so you've got the L shape, right? Let me just draw the L shape. Right? So you got the L shape here. Like that. And then what if we plug in this block right here and this block, these blocks right here? That gives us a really kind of strange shape, and then we can plug this single block right in the middle there. So that would give us a... That would be a 4x4 shape. This is a 5x5 puzzle. Darn. That would give us a 4x4 shape. That would look really funky. It would be something like this. Let's see if I can draw it. It's pretty tough to draw. It would look something like this. 3 there, 3 there. Again, I'm just kind of brainstorming. That's the one block in the middle. That's that block. So it would look like that. Can we rotate that any way to make it work? It is actually 5x5. Or it takes up the 5x5 area. That is mapped correctly. It's just... I don't know, it's an interesting concept. other thing we could do is only plug in one of these guys on the end, and then plug this single dot on the end somewhere else, and then... So what would that look like? That would look like the L shape coming up here. No. Hold on. So the L shape would be moved up one and over one. And then... So let's try that. Alright, let me just again map that out on the board real quick. That would look like something like this. So this is the one with the thingamajig on the end of it. This is the one with just the single block on the end of it. It would look like that. Let's try rotating that 90 degrees. If I can. If I can even think of that. It would look like this. No, that's not correct. It would look like this. Again, I know that these solutions aren't correct, but this one is just stumping me really bad. And so I'm trying to figure out if there's another way of piecing these together that makes something, just something to go off of. There would be another way, actually, and that would be to plug in. So basically, to remove the single one from this top left corner of what I've drawn, plugging it into the middle again. Sorry, let's actually draw it out. I'm going to draw it out. So okay. So then we've got our L shape there. Symbol. Okay, then it would look like this. And no, that's not correct from what I'm thinking. This is the symbol that I had before. So I want to rotate that there. Alright, so it actually looked like this. L shape. This comes out. That would come out there, actually. And that's the L shape here. And this comes out like that. That's a really bonkers way of doing it, too. There's the L. There's the plus symbol, the single one. Yep, that does work, fitting them all together, but I just think I'm on the wrong track. I just think I'm on the wrong track. This is also, this is my third or fourth episode in one sitting recording, so I think that just a little bit of fatigue is setting in, a little bit of just puzzle fatigue. So, unfortunately, this one has conquered me for the moment. But I will be back. I will solve it. Chances are a good day or two away. I've got some family coming into town. So probably a day or two away. And then revisiting this will hopefully have one of those epiphany moments again. So we got a few things done. We solved one of them. We solved one of these. We got a couple environmental puzzles. And I don't know. I think I made some good headway on this one. And I don't know. Like, I feel okay about this episode. I feel okay about what we accomplished. I think that we learned some good stuff. And again, the whole point of coming back here is to try and figure out what's going on in the greenhouse with those other Tetris blocks that I don't quite fully understand. That new symbol. So that's the purpose for this. So that's got to kind of remind, like, I'm saying that for myself first of all, and for you guys as well. The reason why we're doing this is to, one, conquer the Tetris block area, because this is actually the last laser. We found that out earlier. That laser, it's like hidden up in this, like there. That laser is actually the last laser that needs to be shot up there. And then we're good. Then we have are able to unlock like something in the mountain or something. I don't know. which is kind of crazy. I didn't think that we were that far. Not to say that necessarily what's in the mountain is like the end of the game, because we've still got all the caverns beneath us too. And then there's this thing over here, like from the watery side. Anyways, what I am saying though is that figuring this last laser out, one, of course, unlocks something for us. But two, the whole reason we're here is to figure out what's going on with another block, which is over there in the treehouse area. So we can finish that area up too, because I want to those green blocks, those green border puzzles. They lead to another one of those. I don't even know what they are. They're kind of just like these weird puzzles that are just laying there on the ground. Anyways, so with all that said and done, thank you for tuning in for this episode of The Witness. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. If you want to leave a comment, that's fine. Make sure that there are no spoilers, no hints, no nothing like that in there. Just general praise and compliments, and telling me, you know, how wonderful of a human being I am. Something like that. So, anyways, or how terrible of a human being I am. Either way, either one. You decide. So, thanks again, and we'll see you again soon here on additional Pylons Games.